Hey there, Stampers. This is Sherry Roth with StampTreasures.com, and I am here today to share with you how to create this beautiful Christmas card using the Merry Cafe stamp set. But first, before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about a new online class that I'm offering featuring the Merry Cafe stamp set, which is in the 2017 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. It's such a cute set, and it's really incredibly versatile. It'll carry you right through Valentine's Day. And some of these images you can use throughout the year. So I'm very excited to share with you today. Okay, so a little bit more about the online class. It features this stamp set and the coordinating framelits, which are in the annual catalog. They're called Coffee Cups framelits. And they coordinate with a stamp set that's in the annual catalog called the Coffee Cafe stamp set. And so these two products you can get as a bundle in the annual catalog, and you save 10%. And then this is kind of a complimentary stamp set that's in the annual or the holiday catalog. Sorry. So the three of them work really, really well together. But the featured stamp set is this one for this online class. So there are 4 different options that you can purchase. You could get just the tutorial, which would include step-by-step instructions emailed to you for 10 projects created using this stamp set. So that is a lot. Those are a lot of projects for one stamp set. So that's a great option. Anyone worldwide can purchase this option, and the price is $19.95 Canadian. And then option 2 is the tutorial and class kit. So basically for the tutorial, you will get the emailed tutorial, which includes the step-by-step directions, including measurements and a supply list, so everything that you need. And then the class kit includes all of the supplies to create the 10 projects. So you get them just like this in the mail from me. And that option is $35. And I'll explain a little bit more how I set up my kits when I show you how to make that Christmas card. The option number 3 is the tutorial, the class kit, and the Merry Cafe stamp set. So that option is $50. So you get the stamp set, and then all the pre-cut supplies, so the class kit, and then the step-by-step instructions emailed to you. And then the last option is the I Want It All bundle. And that is if you don't already own the Coffee Cafe bundle from the annual catalog, you can get the 2 stamp sets and the framelits and the class kit and the tutorial, and that option is $95, and you are basically getting the class kit and the tutorial for free with that option. Okay, those are all Canadian prices. The only option 2, 3, and 4 are only available to Canadians, and the tutorial only option is available worldwide. Okay, and all this information I'll post below in the description of the video, as well as a link to my my blog as well. Okay, I am taking registrations until September 22nd, so there's a short window to take advantage of this. The kits will ship the first week of October, and shipping is an additional $13.50. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and get started on making this card. So if you receive the class kit from me, basically all the supplies that you need to create the card or the project will be tucked into a little envelope or a cello bag. And it includes everything that's pre-cut, embossed. The only thing that is not included are the stamped images, because we're not allowed to do that. So as you can see here, to create this card, you will receive the embossed snowflake. You'll receive the pre-cut pieces in case you don't have the framelits. But I will also give you, if it's really close stamping, then I will also give you a large enough piece so that if you do have the framelits, or you don't have the framelits and you want to stamp in fussy cut, then you have that option as well. So both of these pieces are meant for the coffee cup. So you can either make 2 of them, or you can just use one of them and use this for something else. It's up to you. But I wanted to give you guys the option to stamp on a pre-cut image, or if you own the stamp set and the framelits, that you have the option to stamp and then cut. Okay, and then you got all your ribbons. If the piece is big enough to easily do the stamping, then you just get the one piece. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Of course, your card base will be pre-scored, and we'll just fold along the score line here. And as far as inks go, for this particular card, we are using Soft Sky Memento ink. And I did try to keep the supplies to a minimum. We are using a few different ink pads and a few different embossing folders, but I explain in the tutorial that you can easily switch things up if you don't own it. So I give you some different options. Okay, so first up we're going to add the ribbon on here. Just a little bit of fast fuse. You could also use mini glue dots for this. They would work just fine. Okay, so that ribbon goes on first, and then this ribbon gets wrapped all the way around and we tie a bow. I love the look of layering ribbons. It's so pretty. And this little bit of sparkle. I think one of my favorite wintry kind of color combinations is soft sky and silver and white. It's just so fresh. I love it. And you throw in a little bit of pink pirouette and it's beautiful. I love that too. Okay, so I've got my bow. And let's just adjust this so it's in the center. Oops. I doesn't want to move here. There we go. Okay, and I want to move my bow over just a little bit. Okay, and then this is one of our Year of Cheer embellishments that is in the holiday catalog, and we've got some silver thread, and I'm just going to feed this through the top bit. And then feed it underneath my knot. And then I'm just going to knot the top of this. It's long enough that you could tie a bow if you want to, but I find with this fine thread, tying a bow is not one of my favorite things to do. So I'm just going to leave it And then on my sample, I actually put a little mini glue dot in behind the star just to hold it in place. So let's trim off this excess here. Get rid of that. All right, now for our focal point. Actually, let's trim the ends of these while the scissors are out. Okay, so our focal point, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my coffee cups, or coffee cup, with Memento Black. On there like that. And then I will do the lid as well. There we go. Stamp that on my white piece. And then we are done with black for the moment. And then you can see here that I've got little snowflakes all over. So I'm going to take the snowflake from that same Mary Cafe stamp set and just randomly stamp all over my coffee cup. Oh, and I just realized that I took out a different stamp than my sample, but that's okay. There's two snowflakes actually in that stamp set. There's one that is filled in, and then there's one that's just kind of an outline. Okay, so we've got that, and I'm done with the soft sky. I'll set that aside, and I'm just going to grab my big shot. Let's move these little pieces out of the way so that we can cut these pieces. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've got my bake shot with the magnetic platform, and I'm just gonna put, hopefully I'm in the shot here. Okay, so I'm gonna put the coffee cup framelit on there, line it up, and then I'm gonna do the lid as well, just with one pass through the big shot. Put my top cutting mat on top carefully. And feed that through. And now I've got my 2 pre-cut pieces. I'll set this aside. Okay, and then I'm going to use some dimensionals. Actually, we'll put dimensionals on both of these. Just do one in each of the 4 corners and then one in the center. Bring in my card base. This just gets put on in the center of the card base, like so, and then dimensionals on the back of this. Actually, and what I like to do with the lids is I like to use just a little bit of Tombow along the top here, just like that, and I'll stick the lid on first. And then my top dimensionals will kind of cover both of them. All right. And then this guy gets put on here. And I did kind of do it askew. That's such an odd word, isn't it? Askew. Okay, and then I did not pull out, actually I'm set up for another class that we're using this on, and the stamps are already out and on the table, so you know how to stamp the greeting. So the greeting comes in actually several different pieces. So the Christmas is one stamp, the Merry is another, and then the and a Happy New Year. So what I did was I stamped the Christmas first, and then I added in the Merry, and then I added in the and a Happy New Year. You could do it in any order, actually. If you wanted to do the and a Happy New Year first along the bottom, and then you know how much room you have for the rest, you could definitely do that as well. Okay, so I'm not going to do that on camera, but that's just done in black, and then that's just stuck flat on there. And then you've got this beautiful Christmas card ready for the holiday season. I did also stamp the snowflakes on the envelope flap as well. I love to decorate my envelopes to coordinate with the cards that I'm making, especially if you remember to do it while you've got the supplies out. It doesn't take any extra time at all. Okay, so just a reminder that you can sign up for the Merry Cafe online class, and you will receive emailed instructions and class kits depending on the option that you choose sent to you. And as far as the emailed instructions for the projects, some of them are done by step-by-step instructions just in a Word document, and some of the more elaborate ones I filmed videos for. Okay, so remember that you can sign up until September 22nd, and I hope that you'll take advantage of this great class. Thanks for watching.